But for now, we are jumping into game number 3. In the blue trunks, again, Mr. MBL playing Berber civilization that he values way higher than most of other people in the top 10, top 20. And he loves to play them. On the other side, Straydog will make this a crazy game with Goth. At least that's what we are hoping for. The White Death flew in with national finish hero alone responsible for sniping over 200 Soviet soldiers. Yeah, for like... A guy that killed 200 other people is not really a hero for me. Sorry. So, if you call him a finished hero, let's just call him a murderer, right? Was the Red Bull World War 2 tournament Empire Wars? Yes, indeed it was. Okay, then let's see. Straydog. Lots of woodlines here. Massive woodlines in the back. Ooh, nice gold and berries. Obviously for him, not the most important thing for how he adjusts his strategies. But he will get less punished by MBL, who probably will open scouts here. Has nice defensive gold, nice defensive stone as well. So can't be too unhappy with his map. And obviously the close woodline stuff he really loves. Red Bull World War 3 is coming soon. That was shown at the end of Red Bull 2. It was shown that it... Is it? Did it say coming soon? I thought it said coming. How good is the Berber bonus for farming compared to Khmer or Slavs? Way, way worse. I think Berbers work like 3% faster. Khmer like 7% faster and Slavs like 10% faster. And I think it even decreases... percentage-wise with wheelbarrow and 10 cut, while Slavs don't decrease, I believe. Ridiculous map for MBL, so broken. It is surely a nice one, especially if you like small walls. I love how you try to educate chat and are very critical with the quality of questions. 11. Thanks. It is tricky, right? I'm a sarcastic bastard, and people sometimes don't really know if like. I take stuff seriously and how serious I am in spots, but also trying to be the moral guy, which is weird as well. Straydog only has one woodline. Well, disagree, right? This one is far, but that one is solid. That one is really good. A bit surprised that he didn't go for that one actually. And MBL was so early. Oh, no loop. Scout is passing by. Could be a kill here. Is he going for it? Straydog hits the wall. MBL, no reaction yet. Runs with the villager. 9 hits needed. Let's take a look. Where's Straydog going? Obviously doesn't know where the TC is, so... Yeah, okay. And... Straydog? Ah, this is so risky. Yeah. I think it's better to run here. You have no idea. TC could be here. You could take so many more losses. I think if you get the good first hit off here, then you can go for the villager kill, but not this way. And MBL, look at that. That is so weird. He is not going for loom and still continues the wall. Mr. Yo and Chart already played. Indeed. Exclamation mark bracket gives you the results. Yeah, it's a fresh will, but still a fresh will against a 42 HP scout. Still loses without loom. MBL goes for crazy walls. Now some dancing here. MBL so much better with that. Look at that. 29. So 6 HP lost against... 13? 13 to 6 HP traded off. What is MBL's normal strat with Berbers? Well, that is a bit simple to say, right? It heavily depends on what your opponent's civ is. The last Berber game I saw of him, Arabia Invitational, was against the Viper, who had Franks. And MBL went for, I think, camel archers after scouts. Still think Berbers will bonus beyond the eco bonus. Ah, yeah, that's true. That's actually true, yeah. What would we see from Straydog? Probably boy...
Live that boys? Moral caster life.
Chupta thanks for $30, my man. What would we see from Straydog? Pointy boys or Huskarls, or the game would not go to that stage? And well, I think it's a mix, right? Against camel archers, you kind of want Huskarls. Against knights, you want pikemen. So if your opponent is mixing, you have to mix. The problem is, okay, now only the militia. I don't even know Berbers. How is their barracks looking like? They have supplies, they have champions, but I think they're lacking the last defense upgrade, right? No, they have everything. Hallelujah. Okay, well then they have just perfect champions to counter. Why do you guys start streaming so early? It was like 8 AM in America. Well, most viewers are from Europe and you're trying to go for prime time. Also, the first matchup was 2 Asians. So it was pretty late for them. Just have to think about, like, Mr. Yo is GMT +8. And there's no American time zone. There are different ones as well. But just think, he is roughly 14 hours behind you. So, might have been already late for him. Now the tower being built. We have 5 militia out. Okay, now I'm focusing on the game again. We see the defensive tower. Man-at-arm upgrade is coming. Still no loom. What? Ah, okay, we have 4 villages on gold. I was just surprised 100 gold in the bank there. And Man-at-arms now attacking this one. Remember that Man-at-arms have got to do more damage against buildings. And tower is going up. Looks pretty solid. Also, we can still fight this one off. Another militia being walled off here. Tower should go up behind this one. Maybe could have pressured this area a bit more. Attack that palisade, but easy to re-wall behind that one if MBR wanted to go for it. Berber bonus pretty nice. Always gets there in time. 50 HP left, villager. Oh, need to run a bit. Kind of being pressured next to the berries here. But now the villager here fighting, and you can't really attack that one. Could have maybe tried to ungarrison the men-at-arms. I think jump into the tower and try to go over there could have been a good option. Whew. Yeah, 14 hours ahead. My bad. Oh, and that is such a good defense by MBL. What is he? Oh, did he just intentionally open this? What is happening there? What is happening? Archers now out. Another tower. We see 4 villagers on stone by Straydog. Sometimes we see 3 on stone, so really was planning to go for quite some. And now some more repair. Archers are moving out. Look at this balls, the MBL. Not considering, or not even trying to clear up those men-at-arms. Directly goes for the villagers. Now sends his own out. 1 low HP one in there. Villagers low HP one as well. HP from the earlier tower war as well. Men-at-arms coming over. MBL walls everything quite nicely here. Look at that. Every single one is saved there. Now just needs to micro off against the scout. And then has the speed bonus. And yeah, just a very solid defense by MBL. Gets onto his archers. Now goes around. And would love to see MBL go onto stone. Has 2 different defensive stones there as well. We'll have to give this woodline up, but still, as we mentioned earlier, pretty solid map for our Norwegian, so he should be fine with this. MBL seems really sharp today. This is, I think, just your typical MBL play, right? That's what I said in the intro. MBL so good at defending exactly the playstyle of Straydog. And trust me, other players will struggle more with what Straydog will put on here. MBL, it's just like, it's just such an unfortunate draw, I would say, for Straydog. I think if it's like Hera or Tato, Straydog will look better. It's just the perfect thing for MBL. Henley, would you like to see a tournament by you can win by culture? Whew. Okay. Stonewalls now by MBL. Lovely stuff there. And gets so many hits there against the men-at-arms. I think MBL could have even made an argument for counter-attacking, and indeed that's what he's doing now. Sends 5 archers over. Stonewalls are still going strong here. Still not on stone. Something I would have loved to see a bit earlier. Now sends 3 villagers over 5 with the counterattack, and there's nothing at home. So many exposed villagers, and let's take a look. More houses there. MBL just super, super aware at all times here. Wikipedia is the timer for when the game starts, which is very nice indeed. Obviously, that's the rough planned times, right? It's not. It's the schedule from before the day. So if like 2 series are going 3-0, then we might run ahead of time. And if 2 series are going 3-2 with long drawn off games, then we run behind the time. Does anybody know why T90 isn't streaming?
Rogan?
Why am I reading chat? Sometimes I question myself. Now some dance here, skirmishes without any defense upgrade, meaning the archers, if they're ballsy enough, can take some fights here. Villagers now joining the party as well. Shouldn't really get any losses. Ooh, and oh, nice job by Straydog. Would love to see a quick wall here. Or not. Meanwhile, tower aggression continues. Oh, MBL actually is building something in between the 2 towers. A bit of a questionable choice, in my opinion. Gold will be blocked over
Why
there
is
as well.
Shroud not streaming?
I don't even know who that is.
Rogan?
And not too chat distracted, nearly still the best caster in the game.
Yeah, but I'm too often distracted. Ooh, stable being added here by MBL. Interesting stuff. So he's adding some scouts now as well. Interesting choice. And whoopsie. Rote Kekse flies in with 10 gifted subs. Thanks, my man. Wheelbarrow here, and now the towers should actually get the W there against MBL. Oh, that's could be ugly for him. Built another tower at the hill. Obviously, there's no hill advantage tower v tower, as you know, as the well-educated. And MBL is trying to return the favor here. Builds an aggressive archery range. This is so untypical for him. Normally a guy who sits at home, walls some more, and only moves out with the siege workshop. Takes 6 villagers forward here. Ooh. So no double bit X, yeah, not a single eco upgrade. Straydog got 2 of those. It's the market now at the front. Car stage time looks solid, honestly. This looks really good for Straydog. This is an attack that I don't see working out too well. I think he wants to pressure this area to not allow Straydog to go into too much stone. By the way, what a horrible, horrible mining camp there.
Rogan?
Hyped for KOTD3, nearly hype.
Not Doctor, thanks. And Rote Kekse, thanks again for 10 gifted subs. If you got a gifted sub, make sure to thank him. And use that nearly sub emote a bit. America is neither a country nor a continent. Why am I reading chat? Guys, can someone explain me? And why am I always picking messages like these? What is it then? A word? This is like... America is a state of mind, yeah. It's like if a way. America is not a country; it's a way of living. America is not a country; it's a symbol of freedom. America is not a country, it's a way of living and telling people that you are living in a first world country but having third world health insurance or healthcare system. That's America for me. Okay, nice quick vault here by Straydog. Does a really good job. I don't understand why MBL ever went forward here. And now, ooh, rushes that one down. Straydog with a really solid defense here. Triple tower there. Obviously, his stone is now very limited. Won't get onto Huskarls too quickly. What is the stable count looking like? Not a single stable, 1 archery range, 1 barracks. That's it for now. And indeed is now adding the stables. MBL should be walled though. And he will be fine if it just goes to the stable war. But MBL 9 on stone here in the back. So he will just go camel archers. Really, what have you started? I didn't start anything. Do you think I'm responsible for the healthcare? Is MBL dead? It looks like he's still clicking stuff. So, no, he's not dead. Look at that, he queues up still archers, so. Or maybe, at least his hand is still moving. Now another defensive tower, and that's really getting ugly. I think sending more villagers on gold and just buying a castle might have been the better case here. Because that's another 125 stone that you're further behind from getting your castle up. Plus, it also... Oh, nice villager movement. Straydog playing really well here. Look at that. Not a single villager lost. Solid moves over and over again. Do you think that there's a chance that MBL is not taking this game 100% since he thinks I always play game 5 4-5 seriously and therefore goes for strat knows that it's like counter trushing? No, I don't think so. I think he generally thinks this is the best way to keep his opponent away from Huskarls and pressuring this area. Like, the thing is he was relatively walled at home and Straydog often is very exposed at home. So, most of the time, this is really... What is Straydog doing here? This is some crazy micro over and over again. Like, juggling the villagers here, that's just crazy good. Low HP ones going in. Knights are moving around. Don't like this fight too much, but it's getting so many villager kills. Behind us, though. Somehow, MBL 6 villagers ahead, but obviously full castle age behind. Eco upgrades, completely even now. Knight saved as well. 175 stone in the bank. Going for Boson now. MVL. Shoot through that 1 stone and now pull the villagers away. Will build a defensive castle quite easily. Some time ago, you said you implemented something in your casting and chat should find out. What was it? Have you revealed that? Yeah, I did reveal it directly after the cast. It was narrative casting in... before Battle of Africa. So most of the time how I cast in the past was okay, woodline here, gold there, and goth, yeah, Huskarls, and we will most likely see camel archers, knights. Now how I try to approach stuff, or at least especially focused during that one, it was more like the defensive gold is kind of inviting a more defensive play. The Goths normally want to go for Huskarls because they're so good in with their heavy defensive armor there for Pierce and for Pierce attack. And therefore MBL's goal should be to pressure the stone here and then coming back to that narrative casting later on. And like I said in the intro earlier, MBL is now going for the pressure into the stone, and as you can see, now delayed the castle so much. That's why we don't see the Huskarls, and because we don't see the Huskarls, that first knight attack from MBL could be so deadly. And that's what I'm trying to do a bit more. At the moment I'm more on the goofy side, but maybe set 3 and 4 I can go full serious hypecaster and go deep into strategies and try to go into that one a bit more and focus on that one a bit more, because people, surprisingly, people guess so much and said oh, this and that happened and you selected fewer units and oh, you weren't bashing on people that much. No, that still happened. It wasn't really noticed by people, which is obviously kind of bad. If I make a full plan, try to change my casting style, get feedback, talk to people, trying to improve and then no one realizes. Oh, no, castle will go up, by the way. Nice walls around this one. Yeah, there's too little damage outputs. So that was kind of unmotivating to continue with that. But also, then I remember, I'm on the internet. Guys, some people don't know, I'm on the internet. That means, if no one is complaining, I did a perfect job, actually. Right? Sometimes you have to remember, the moment no one is complaining, you actually did the undoable thing. You did achieve God's work. So no one cares. Yeah, Flo. Why did you try to say that? Or chat is bugged. Yeah. Okay. So you're distracted again? Yeah, if you tag me, obviously I read the message. So you are actually the reason why I'm distracted. So actually you enjoy it that I'm distracted. Oh, quick wall here. Good jobby. +2 defense for MBL. He's sitting at 3 stables. Can't reproduce out of those anymore. Yeah. OHP. Not really the quick wall kind of guy, Straydog. Obviously, you have to remember that ping can't be great Chinese against Europe here. Most of the time, the best server is something like US West. So both players playing with around 140, 160 ping is what I would assume. MBL, lots of knights out now. And as you can see, Camel Archer production started 12 knights out and might find some more villager kills. Lots of idols being forced here. Aggression, castle v castle, Huskarls. And they are moving in. Only +1 attack, no defense upgrades on them. And then Camel Archer is actually doing a reasonable job. Let's take a look. Knights now moving away. And I don't even know, what's the Camel Archer damage output, like 7? 7. So actually doing 2 damage at the moment. Can go up to 3 against no defense upgrades, and Knights obviously really good against Huskarls. And now the mobility card for Berbers is just so brutal. Easy defense there for Mr. MBL, all the defensive towers. And now that's a tough one. That's a really tough army to stop, right? If you build pikemen, MBL will just out-micro you, and Archer and Camel Archer will deal with something. If you send too many Huskarls, you won't do too well against the Berber Knights. Just so cheap, so many out, and already very solid upgrades for MBL. Bloodlines +1/+2, Botkin. Arrow is now following as well. MBL a bit behind in eco upgrades here. Would love to see some more stuff, but now dives in deep. Already idled so many villagers there. As you can see, this number here is the idle villager count, and it is at 11. Population is relatively even, but a Goth player super open. Berber player walled, going for another group, and even villagers being sent there. Wouldn't be surprised to see an aggressive siege workshop over at the left hand side. House there. And yeah, that lumber camp obviously wasn't the prettiest ever. Monks trying to go for some defense, but MBL will just feel very safe. Surprisingly enough, how's there only 1 Camel Archer out on the field? Didn't go for any production. Oh, that's a horrible fight for MBL. Did eat a conversion. Camel Archer is dying. Let's take a look. Just passes the TC. Gets out of there with all his knights. Now only Camel Archers and villager production. Skips on the knights. On the other side, still more knights by our Goth player. Not really the favorite unit for him. Scorpions now being added. I think if you have a castle and can go Camel Archers, I'd like to see some higher damage units out of your siege workshop. But okay. Those knights, well, just passing, right? Running through 4 towers, but without ballistics won't be the craziest thing. Another conversion could be started. Oh, actually gets another move in here at the bottom. Nice snipe of 1 monk, 2 monks, and actually MBL will win this one while he is grouping up with his army at the top. That means more villagers dying, more monks dying as well. And Golden Come simply not that great here. MBL just coming in over and over again. 6 villager lead already. Closest one we have seen in all 3 games. At least at this late point in the game. Straydog sitting at 40s as well. MBL is sitting at 2. This one could be partly trapped, but nah, not really. Just pulls the villagers away. MBL could even stop by. Indeed, is going for some villager kills. And look at that. Jabate some of the pikemen over there. Did get 4 villager kills. Didn't lose a single knight and got out of there. Lovely move. Now splits off his army. And that is the big problem of Goth on this map. You don't have the mobility. You don't have the potential to wall. And this cast is not protecting you at all. It actually protects the farms quite nicely. He is waiting for a big attack, but where's that big attack going? Into the castle? Not a thing. Nice play by MBL there, surely. And suddenly he's 10 villages ahead. While still being 2 TCs behind. Army now passes through here. A lot of damage. And again, knights... Not sure if that's intentionally. I think it was. Debating a bit. You see, doing some damage. 4 knights out here. 5 knights. Just focusing down some of the Huskals. And that attack has to do so much damage. MBL even builds another defensive tower over there. Really weird move, but... Well, we'll just give him some more space for his villagers as well. 3 towers now helping out. The TC is helping out. Can save some of the villagers. And that is getting cleared up while he is running at... Oh, well, loses some of the pikemen. But that one will be enough. Villager count. Now better for Straydog. Ooh. Still a relatively even game, I have to say. More knight production. And, ooh, big attack here over at the left-hand side. And Straydog did see it as late as I did. 1 ram now attacking the TC. Villagers are falling. There's no army around for that one. Camel archers even going in deep, positioning themselves to intercept some infantry coming over, but that's not really happening. And yeah, if you look at the numbers, that's not always the story. Army value, look at that. MBL's army simply twice as costly and therefore twice as good, question mark? Not really, but certainly way stronger. Will find more villager kills. And MBL, although he has half of the villager production, just kills so many that he always keeps himself ahead. And now look at that. Huskar number is at only 5 at the moment. So once those get sniped out, the camel archers will do a lot. Scorpions doing an okay-ish job. Camel archers dying though. And if the camel archers dying, the pikemen are clearing up again. Not the greatest fight by MBL. I think he could have ran there. Overextended a bit. Maybe wanted to take the fight with the Scorpions, but maybe just accepting your losses after he killed 10, 12 villagers. That could have been enough. Now Anarchy coming in for Mr. Straydog. Allows him to produce Huskars out of his barracks. Whew. Still, I would not mind to see champions, honestly. Or the champion line, meaning longsword for now. More raids over here. Oh god, MBL, so annoying. TC number 5 being dropped. Oh no, it's a new TC number 4, obviously. More raids there. Now in the back. Crossbows added as well. I think they might have been leftovers from earlier. At least I thought so, but no. He goes for more production. Look at that. Villagers, knights, crossbow, camel archers, and scorpions all in production for MBL. How do you even counter that? Not with one knight. One monk. Janitors would be something, yeah. Not really a good unit for this spot, in my opinion. MBL goes for some walls, stone walls. Ooh, lovely stone walls. Walls that one off as well. That one might even be close. And Cars is now firing massive amounts. And oh, what? What? How do you squeeze through there? Okay. Thanks, 2D game. Okay, I thought it was completely walled off. Maybe MBL did think the same, but yeah, easy clear off there. Knights still running around. And all the army cleared now. KD, it was 70 to 40 or 70 to 45. And now it's plus 80 for MBL already. So really good last minutes. But obviously, as we said, the army is more expensive for MBL. So having a negative KD is fine. And oh, next attack already ready to be launched here. Straydog does not see it, but obviously knows MBL. And knows that MBL likes to be the sneaky, cheeky one. And it's repairing. And now it's obviously with Anarchy, it's so much easier to just get some Huskarls in the mix. MBL can micro this quite nicely. 2 Scorpions, 3 Scorpions. And oh, that looks like an aggressive castle. Only 5 villagers though. Army is retreating. Oh no, don't tell me. Don't tell me that is... Oh, that's an aggressive castle. If this castle goes up, the game is over. That blocks like 30 farms or something. But yeah, has to cancel that one. A bit too aggressive for now, but not the greatest fight here for Mr. Straydog. Is getting wrecked completely here. The Huskarl's not doing too much. One Monk trying to help out a bit more, but that's just so much more kills. And let's use the overlay and go for the real important stats, namely the resource killed. And it's 14k for MBL, 12k for Straydog, and that is the real story of the game. Straydog now catching up a bit, but that one could be nice. Just needs the full production, goes for a heavy blow. I think he needs every single unit now, villagers. 6 only building stone walls now. I think this will not be enough. What are those 2 villagers up to? Want to join the party. I think the castle will go up simply because there's nothing actually shooting over the range, over the walls. Now rushing out another tower. Not going to be a thing. Siege workshop? What? Interesting move. Builds a siege workshop next to it and will just try to ram it down. Let's quickly take a look. How are walls looking here? 160 HP there. And that one... I can't even click it. Okay, and goes for the kill in that way. Okay. But that's every unit that arrives will just get some arrows in the face. And MBL can just send more knights. Look at how far away the rams try to escape. No more crossbow. It's just so tough to fight, right? More army being sent in there. And MBL, he can just move in, move out, move in, move out. Hi. Plus 2 attack now as well. And I think this won't fall. And therefore MBL with a solid hold there. I'm behind top. Hey, yo. Thanks for 2 months of support. And actually, the castle, 900 HP here, 2 rams. MBL not focusing on the rams properly. 2 villagers now repairing. Could have pulled the 3rd one. Ram 1 down, Ram 2 down. 80 HP on the castle. Can the Ram get the last hit? Yes, it can. What a calculated move by Straydog. Something I would not have expected. Holy moly, that's a quiz you can do. Like, looking at that army and the other army, and you ask, like, will this castle go down or not? And another question, will this castle go up or not? That's a lot of villagers, guys. Holy moly. 25 villagers sent over here. And Straydog just passed with all his Huskarls. If those 5 Huskarls did spot those, would have been so nice. And... oh god, well that is an optimistic tower. What is this? What is this reaction, Straydog? No. Score is still so even. Certainly the best game of the set, but tower won't go up.
Best AoE2 streamer.
Yannick, you misclicked the channel. Sorry. I can refund if you want to. And Lightcap's now shredding those villagers. So many villagers around. MBL sitting at 125. Was playing with 2 TCs this whole game. Only now added TC number 3, but didn't have any losses. At left-hand side, Scorpion's not finding the attack, but... oh man. Just such a lovely, lovely aggression. And that castle going up in time. Poof. Now fighting this one down. MBL full castle play. What are those villagers up to? Ah, probably want to go on to the gold, right? I think so. I mean, the tower will stay up with without murder holds. No. Who's winning this game? I see MBL having an advantage, but it is really, really close. The problem is simply that Straydog can't really get into the spot to ever be safe, right? Like, he is so open and so vulnerable to raids over and over again. Can't really get into the control. If he has a defensive castle, the game looks so much better for him. But how can he stop a full castle age all in? He needs to keep all his army at home. He has to kind of counterattack, but MBL's base is so much more compact. Tricky stuff. Lightkev diving in deep, finding some kills there. Pikeman defense is real. Look at that. 17 on the field, 10 more in production. Goes for more knights as well. More camel archers. Ram count at 3 here, over here. Might want to engage into that TC again. Huskarl's doing a good job. MBL at 130 villagers. What a wild game. 9 knights in production now behind this one. And yeah, I think I need to zoom out a bit more. Just so wild. And yeah, I'm not really sure what those pikemen are thinking. Together with the Huskarl there, sitting under the castle. I think Murderholds could be such a good tech here. Lightkev in the back, finding more kills. But look at those wild farms. Look at this. What is this farm? Like, this is... Like... Look at... He tries to drop off 10 food. But... Or 20 food. But just walking over there, he's eating like 2 or 3. Otherwise, he will just starve on the way to the TC. Hi. And now it's even getting worse, right? This TC dies, then he's running over to that mill. But then he has 2 mills next to each other. Whew. What a great game, though. What a great game. Okay, pikeman production continues. 20 Huskarls on the field, 100 villagers. MBL 125 on the field. Queues up 13 more. Without the second axe, without the second farm upgrade, without handcart. I think maybe you could... focus on those a bit. Another attack coming over here. MBL will win KOTD3 back T second. I would give you probably 4-digit odds for that prediction. It's a Nepali farm. Don't even know what that means. Uh-oh, another castle wanted to be built here. Rams now attacking this one. Camel archers behind. How many villagers do we have in that castle? Okay. Solid 7 there. Rams going down, attacking that castle. MBL could lose that one. 500 HP, going down to 250 HP. And it is cancelled, as we saw. Just jumped heavily there. In stone now going for the repair, but that looks like another good fight for MBL under his castle. Enough knights. Rams are dying here, and that is a very solid defense of the aggressive castle. And now army is just looking pretty solid, but army value is very even because we have counterattacks at the same time here. 20 idols against 7 is running with those villagers. Another castle over here. Where's MBL getting all that stone from? So weird. Is having some over there, but that's it. Idle villagers at home. 10 more knights in production out of, what is that, 7 stables at the moment? Look at that. 7 stable production for MBL. Solid stuff. And camel archer production could be a bit higher for my taste, but obviously easier said than done. Castle is going up at the left-hand side. Needs to get some knights out there as well. Murder holes could just be so important. Not even sure if he has the university though. Yeah, he does. Oh! Envy! That's not the first time that it feels he's stream sniping. 20 villagers on stone as well, indeed, but those just arrived. I think he just finished the university as well. Look at that, villager next to it, never got ballistics, never got masonry, which helps out so much in those cases as well. Ah, lovely upgrade. Well, that's something we very rarely see. Could have helped out so much more in so many cases. And 55 idols. That's a lot, right? Doesn't mean that they're actually like idle. Sometimes you have them intentionally in towers and TCs. But yeah, certainly not working there. Another ram go. Knights around. I still feel like champions or longswords would be the right choice here. Would just be so efficient. With supplies, you get all the upgrades in the long run. We're just now fighting this one down. Murder hole against the Huskarl, finally getting the connection. And those villagers are doing a good job. 2 rams already down. The knights outdebated the Huskarl pikeman army, and he's just trying to go for that. The moment he gets all 5 rams, he's in a good spot. Just another one to go and hop into the castle. And did so much damage against that. Meanwhile, another attack launched at the bottom side again. Ah, what a lovely game here. Crazy series for sure. Or at least crazy game number 3. Another raid at that angle. Holy moly, what a great one. MBL lacking gold. Yeah, 0 gold income at the moment. That's why he's going for light cap so heavily. Obviously went for knights quite a bit here. That extra gold. Those were just didn't find anything. Oh, that's the other extra gold. Is he out of gold in general? That's gone. Puts another castle there. No idea how he got to that many castles. But yeah, that's a lot of idle villagers here. 17, 18 more in the queue. 12 more light calf. Holy guacamole. That's not the craziest eco, right? Only 40 on food, 30 on wood. There's a lot of villagers building stuff at the moment. One castle here. And lots of idols still. 46 idle villagers here for MBL. And that is getting pushed back. Don't tell me Straydog is actually winning this game. Pikeman won't have the greatest day. Lots of arrow in his face. Meanwhile, that castle is getting cleared up. And now both players want to go for that gold. Seems like Straydog. Oh, actually both building at the same spot. Look at that. Gold, blue and red. Castle here. Now raid at the left hand side. MBL just feels like, okay, I always wanted to get some ostrich. Builds a mill there. Wants to go for the gold. But what is his option now? Is he actually going for janitors? Is he going for skirmishes? Like 0 gold income for so long. Now he has 7 on gold. Town Bell goes for the gold mining upgrade. Where is he on gold even? I don't really know. Am I confused? That's not here. Ah, yeah, over here at the right hand side. Back at it. Okay. Hunting ostrich at the 70-minute mark. Pretty crazy stuff. Surely castle will die. And how much gold do we have left here? 1100. Make it 1700. So can go for roughly 30 knights if he wanted to. And now finally goes for longsword. Both players still castle age. Hallelujah. What a game. Barrack count for MBL at 2. Builds more stables. So weird. And both players will run out of gold. How is Straydog's gold looking? Has some over here. That one is still the free ones. Goes for supplies. And the moment supplies finishes, I think we will see the big longsword go. Maybe even with some patterns. What a crazy, crazy game, guys. And, oh, relic counts. I mean, I didn't mention Straydog sitting at 3 relics. One over here. The other one is in the back over here. Okay. Supplies! That's what T90 would scream now. And longsword, the tech behind this one. Man-at-Arms now being produced. Holy guacamole. I can't remember a game where 2 players stayed in Castle Age for so long. AoE 2 History are the only games typically that go for this. And now they go at the right hand side. Upgrades on those longswords, not too crazy. Straydog now goes for longswords as well. Obviously, you can still build them cheaper. Now the first one's arriving. No stone for the repair. That castle will fall. MBL needs to sell some resources. Let's take a look at the price. He doesn't even... Market prices. Wood and food a bit lower. Stone even sold as well. In what a game. Castle will fall. MBL gives it up. What should normally trigger an attack at the left-hand side. Indeed, longswords are coming in there. Lots of cavalry riding in. Pop 200 for MBL. Same goes for Straydog. Some people will now say like, yeah, it should be 210 for the Goth player. But Goth actually only get 210 population in Imp. Rarely do we see people go to pop 200 in Castle Age. Oh, there will be a lot of dead villagers though. And again, Town Bell. But yeah, it doesn't really matter. So many exposed villagers. MBL with the overboom. 154 villagers there. Another attack. Left-hand side. Villagers dying. Not the worst thing for MBL. More raids over here. This is just massive. Look at the KD as well. 640 to 400. More villagers will die. Pikemen are coming over. Longsword production continues. More raids here at the top. What a massive game. Look at the minimap. Everything is blinking, guys. Imperial Age for Straydog. Rushes to Imperial Age. Will reach it before the 1 hour 17 minute mark. More light cav. MBL. Just lost 4 villagers. Let's replace it. Build 10 more. 148 for him again. More light cav. Longsword tech. I don't like that MBL is actually going for more knights here. Not really the unit that helps him at the moment. I think longsword and light cav is the way to go. Straydog is pushing this one in. And honestly, I wouldn't be surprised if this one ends in the top 3 games of the whole tournament. Just a crazy game. Aggression everywhere. We're still in Castle Age. That deep in the game. Just remember what happened there. We had all the aggression. MBL then going with the forward here. Late fuel age. The tower defense by Straydog. The push against all those TCs here. Massive amount of castles dying left and right. Ram still alive here. And this game is still far from over. Pikemen now fighting off against the longswords. Trying to hold this one off. It's even tough for me to call. MBL +2/+2. Obviously, we're getting all the upgrades here in Castle Age. Only the last defense upgrade for archers missing. Infantry upgrades for Straydog only makes sense. Now goes for longswords himself. Maybe it will be the champion tech in MBL. What will be his reaction after he sees Straydog reaches imp? Straydog 150, MBL 190. Will push more into the skull. That's what he needs to attack. Is defending nicely at the right hand side here. Nightcap needs to help out. More villagers. Can't even all of them be squeezed into the TC. Now the imp. MBL. I would love to see his face now. And see how he will react to this. This gold will run out pretty soon as well. 600 gold left. More longswords. Maybe even MBL sends some more stuff in there. Market prices, as we saw earlier, not that great. Imp for reduced cost of infantry. Well, and also the upgrades, right? You can go for Halberdiers. You can go for 200 swordmen. 200 swordmen upgrade alone. It's just so good. Too much more attack, and then you trade just so much better as well. Now MBL imp, indeed that's what's happening. Did just idle his production for a bit, maybe sell some more food. Let's take another look at the prices. Oh yeah, now you see running out of gold. Both players heavily selling wood and food there. And prices now at the bottom. And you can see instantly, clicking up to him, and the production instantly continues. 3 more wilds, 3 more longswords, 6 more light calves. The rate just continuing. Oh, MBL gets that gold. And there's still reasonable amount left. At least 800-900 gold there, if not even more when he started it. Straydog now pushing back the left-hand side. Want to see more villagers there. Straydog still sitting at 3 relics. 2 relics here at the left-hand side. Not picked off. Sloppy by MBL, honestly, that he's not taking care of that. Why go imp when you can't afford any imp upgrades? Well, your army is getting cheaper in imp. And he can afford it. 200 swordmen there. MBL goes for arson. Wants to see some buildings burn apparently. More attack at the left hand side. And Straydog needs to stabilize. But it's so easy for me to say. Sitting at pop 120. The raids in the back were just so crucial. We might even ask Straydog, like, where are you getting wood in 2-3 minutes? This one will run out eventually. Super exposed. Super exposed. And the other ones, even denied. Straydog might be starved not only for gold, but for wood eventually. 84 villagers against 130. 200 swordman production now. 22 on the field. 33 longswords. 8 more in production there. MBL even focuses down the monastery. Ungarrisoning the relics. What a nice move. What a nice awareness by MBL as well. Holy moly, now trap shooting in the center though. Protected that one quite nicely with pikemen. Maybe 2-3 longswords could help out. Sends a lot there, Straydog. Does he want to go for the kill? Reaching him now. Won't be great for Straydog. He kind of stabilizing. Gets to pop 140. Mainly villagers in the queue now. More 200 swordmen. Goes for the deep dive onto the trap. Will find it. Villagers not repairing. So close and yet so far. And that is just so costly. Losing 200 gold there. Your full gold income is those 4 villagers super exposed and 1 single relic. MBL will go for more kills. Now plus 300 kills for him. Is going for another attack there. And MBL's economy behind this is just so much smoother. 12, 13, 17 more light cap for him. And he will get cheaper light cap, I believe, as well, right? I think the bonus did stagger. Castle Age and then Imperial Age, so that will be even better for him. G to the G. Crazy, crazy game. And I have to clap for both of them. And I was hoping for a great series. And game 1 and 2 were already nice. Straydog with crazy aggression. But this third game, hallelujah. MBL did deliver. Oh boy. That was a crazy game. Out of gold. Basically mined out close to in Castle Age. Imp timings, what was it? 75 minutes and 80 minutes in this game. Unwallable map for Straydog. Obviously KOTD Arabia forces that. Then no option to go for Stonewalls at Goth. Had the aggressive castle, which maybe defensively could have helped out more, but he wanted to go for the aggression, so I don't mind that. MBL simply with a nice defensive castle, kind of making this castle a bit obsolete. Crazy side attack, Straydog, lovely play, wild farms. MBL, he had to work for this 3-0, but he didn't get it in the end. I was happy to be here. KD, plus 300 for MBL. Straydog, even with the Tarkan emote, had to play Goth here in game number 3. Food, how is this even? How do we see an even food count? MBL over 4k more gold. Straydog with way more wood. Stone for MBL. Did he buy that much? Feels like it. Imp timings. After reasonable Castle Age timings. And then we had a full 50-minute Castle Age fight. Holy. Okay. 5 castles for MBL in total. Straydog only built the one at the front. And then, I believe, sold the stone. He had to sell the stone, right? He had to sell the stone. No! I wanted to click it, but... Okay. Crazy set. Goodbye, YouTube.